Hey, I'm Ben Kleiner with Longevity, and today we're going to go over how to deadlift without destroying your back. I'm going to demonstrate how to do this with a kettlebell, but the principles are true for whatever deadlift form you're doing, whether it's a sumo barbell, whether it's a trap bar, hex bar, kettlebell, double kettlebell. You want to create the same amount of tension or activation that we're going to go over with this video. There's 4 things that you can do to improve your deadlift and be able to do it without having back pain. If anything, this will actually make your back stronger and prevent injuries. The number 1 thing that we want to do, and a lot of people do incorrectly, is keeping the weight in your center of gravity. All too many times you'll see the weight out in front of us and we can't actually control that without creating a lot of torque on our spine. So when you set up into the deadlift, what you want to do is have the weight directly in front of your malleoli, this bone right here, okay? Or if you have a barbell, make sure that that weight stays just gliding along your shin and then your thigh as you stand up into that position. If you notice with this, the weight stays in one line. It doesn't deviate too far out in front, versus if I was here, the weight comes out and in. The next thing that you can do to improve your deadlift is to actually think about what your foot is doing. Here, you'll see that it's caving in or going into an everted state. What we want to do is keep the weight on the outside of our heel and then be active by pressing the big toe into the ground and keeping the knee out. What it does is it potentiates our glute, gets the hip firing for us versus relying too much on the adductor and the hamstrings and the spine as we're going into it. Number 3, what a lot of people tend to do is use their hamstring and their back and negate the hip. So when we do this, you're gonna pull yourself into an upper body position. So we're gonna lower down. I'm in an RDL position. We're gonna let the knees go forward, and so I'm finding that happy balance between a squat and a deadlift. This allows me to get the glute to fire a little bit more. And then from here, it saves my spine as I carry the weight up. I'm still favoring more of a hip hinge pattern, but I'm allowing the knees to travel forward, and it allows me to use my hip versus stressing my spine. Number 4, and no one does this within their deadlift, be active with your shoulder blades. What this does is it activates your lat. It creates a little bit of an extension moment so that we don't go posterior here. No go, go go. No go, go go. As we drop down, we lower ourselves into an upper body position, and then we're going to break the bar so that the elbow crease is facing forward, and I'm going to pull the weight towards my hips, shoulder blades towards the hips, and then maintain that tension as I go through my whole motion. The number 1 thing you need to know about deadlifting safely is your limit. That's your limit with the range of motion and the depth you can create without letting the tailbone rotate underneath you into a posterior position. Number 2 is your weight. I'm personally not a 1 rep max kind of guy. I'll go 5 reps and then calculate the percentage max from that. That's a much better way of doing it because it allows you to maintain your form. I also recommend having someone check in on your form or having a buddy at the gym that's gonna watch it for you. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe and like below. If you have questions, comment and we'll get to them ASAP.